Hey guys, and welcome back to another deck list. Today we got WarGreymon, the new WarGreymon from BT8. But today, as promised, I am doing a black-based WarGreymon. It's more fun to play, however, it is not really meta. It's not all that great. It's good, but it's not top tier. Red base is definitely much better, but black is just, it's fun. It's fun. Black has a place in my heart because it was the first color that I played when I first started the TCG. And anyway, let's get into today's video, and we are starting off with the 4 Kapurimon here from BT2. So as you noticed already, I do have the Sunrizamon over here that does give piercing to a black Digimon with 13,000 DP or more. We'll get into it, but that is the reason why I'm running the 4 Kapurimon here, because if I have Reboot, then I get 1,000 DP. So if you do have this toy Agumon that gives the inherit of Reboot, then you have that on your WarGreymon. You have the Kapurimon, you get 13,000 DP. Therefore, you'll get the piercing from Sunrizamon over here. So as you've already seen, I am running for the toy Agumon. Really clutch to get Reboot, because with WarGreymon, let's say you go ahead and delete a Digimon, you unsuspend, and you can go ahead and swing again, and then when it's your opponent's turn, you have Reboot, he restands without you having to worry about it getting deleted. And then of course the new Agumon is just really good. Reveal top 4 cards, add 1 card with Greymon and Dragonkin. So just a fantastic card. So we are playing 4 of those. And then 4 of the Sunrizamon, I already talked about this. You know, if your black Digimon has 13,000 DP or more, it gains piercing. Inherit while this Digimon is black and has 13,000 or more DP, it also gets security attack +1. So we will talk a little combos here in a bit. If you don't have Sunrizamon, because I know he is a promo card and he's a bit pricey, you can run this other toy Agumon that's there at the end of your turn. If your opponent, or at the end of your opponent's turn, if your opponent didn't attack, you can go ahead and draw a card. So it does help you kind of mill through your deck quicker. And if you do that, you might as well add the other Greymon that lets you get another draw, so you draw 2. Let's go ahead and move on into our champions here. I am running 3 of the Greymon. I was debating on running 4, but I did cut 1 off and I put 1 Agunimon, because sometimes you just need to win for game. I do run some red tamers here, so I am running the 1 Agunimon there. So this Greymon is just great. If you want to run 4, you can. If you have Reboot, or while this Digimon has Reboot, it gains jamming. So now think of your WarGreymon not only having Reboot, but every time you swing it has jamming, therefore potentially making it much more difficult to get rid of. Then moving on, we are running the new Greymon from BT8 that gives you blocker as long as you have a red Digimon in play. Since we are running the WarGreymon, which is treated as black and red at the same time, he will have blocker if you have this Greymon underneath. Not to mention 6,000 DP is pretty nice. You could swing over Stingmons, XVmons, or obviously anything that's below 6,000 DP, so really good. So think of swinging with Greymon and having Reboot underneath. You won't have to worry about it getting deleted. Really great. Moving on, I am running 4 Cyclonemon. I'm running the 4 Cyclonemon to kind of help with the Agumon, and since he is a Dragonkin, so you're able to get a Greymon and a Cyclonemon since he is a Dragonkin. I am running 4. Reason I'm running 4 is you really want red inherits or the WarGreymon to activate his effect, because you need a red Digimon and its source to delete a Digimon, and when you delete a Digimon, that's when his effect is going to activate and restand. So I am running 4 Cyclonemon. Not to mention his inherit, when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 2,000 DP or less. It does come up, especially against Vmons, so you swing, you can delete it. So a good combo here is with, you know, you have this underneath WarGreymon, you go ahead and you swing into security if there's a Vmon or any Digimon has 2,000 DP or lower on their side of the field. You're attacking, Cyclonemon's effect pops, and then you get to delete that Digimon, and now WarGreymon gets to restand, therefore you potentially being able to attack again. And then not to mention, if you have Reboot, he's going to restand anyway, or if he has 13,000 DP or more, he's checking 4. So it's crazy. I love this build. I am running the 1 Agunimon just because I have a red tamers here, and sometimes you just need that extra swing for game. That's kind of just a little tech card I threw in there. Not required to play, but you could. There is ways to kind of get to WarGreymon really quick through an Agunimon, which we'll talk about in a bit. Moving on, I am running 4 of the BT2 Metal Greymons, just because if you have Reboot, then you get security attack +1, and he has Reboot himself. So if you have the Greymon underneath that gives you jamming for Reboot, now you can freely swing, check, and you don't have to worry about getting deleted unless you check option cards. And then he has Reboot himself, so even if you just have this Greymon underneath, not necessarily having the toy Agumon that gives him Reboot because he already has it, so it's pretty good. Also, of course, he is a Greymon, so it helps you with the Agumon to kind of get him into your hand if you need it. So I am running 4, and then obviously the security attack +1 with the Reboot as an inherit is pretty clutch. Moving on, I'm running the new Metal Greymon from BT8. When digivolving, de-digivolve 1, and then you can delete a level 3 Digimon. This is just, it's such a crazy effect. It's awesome. I love it. And then his inherit, well, while this Digimon has Dragonkin or Machine in its trait, it can also attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. So again, mind you, giving this guy Reboot, right, or having Reboot and then jamming from the Reboot, or just deleting something with 2000 DP or less, you can get to the point where you can de-digivolve a Digimon, and then you can delete a Digimon with 3000 DP or less from his effect. And then if you're attacking, if you have Reboot and jamming, or if you have Cyclonemon, you can go ahead and delete another Digimon with 2000 DP or less. So this Metal Greymon is really, really strong, and he is dual colored. He is black and red. Ideally, you would want this one. If you have Reboot, then you would want that one, but you would want this one just because it has red and black. Therefore, you being able to activate Blackwargreymon's effect and deleting Digimon. Moving on to the Megas, as you have already seen, I am running the BT2 WarGreymon. Blackwargreymon. He is a 4 cost. While your opponent has Digimon with 10,000 DP or more in play, you can reduce the memory cost to play this card by 6, potentially having it cost 7 if I'm doing my math right. Why do I run this card? Well, when attacking, if you attack your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP, unsuspend this Digimon. So if this is underneath this Metal Greymon here, right, you can attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. Therefore, you could potentially clear the whole board because you're able to attack unsuspended or suspended Digimon. Therefore, you can target the highest DP every time you attack, resulting in you unsuspending every time you delete that Digimon. So this card is really great to wipe board if you have that Metal Greymon underneath as well. I was thinking of removing one and adding one of the promo Blackwargreymon that allows you to Digiburst and you can just, keep swinging. So I might drop this down to 1, and then that way it's kind of like 2 tech cards, one if I need to kind of OTK for game, and this one if I need to clear board. But for now I am running the 2. I will try out the other promo one. Moving on to the big boss here, the big boy, Blackwargreymon, black and red. When digivolving, if this Digimon has red Digivolution cards underneath, you can choose any of your opponent's Digimon. If it has black, you can choose any of your opponent's Tamers. They have to add up to 6, so as I've stated before in previous video that I did a red base for this guy, you can choose between Digimon and Tamers as long as they equal 6. So keep that in mind. And then all turns, once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, unsuspend his Digimon. So the reason why there isn't probably many black-based Blackwargreymon decks is because this effect, or the all turns once per turn, that one only triggers if you delete a Digimon. And if you only have black stuff underneath, you're not really going to be able to unsuspend yourself because you can't delete Digimon. They have to be red. So I am running 4. Just think of having this guy with Reboot, jamming, and then security attack +1. You can go ahead and delete a Digimon. Even so, if you have Sunrizamon in play, now you got Piercing, so you can go ahead and swing at a suspended Digimon, right? Delete that Digimon. You have jamming, you have Piercing, you have security attack +1. So the attack goes through, check 2 cards, unsuspend because you deleted a Digimon, then you can swing again, potentially swinging 4 cards in 1 turn. So it is pretty nasty. And moving on, I am running these other cards here. 3 black memory boosts, just because you need to be able to digivolve quick, and you need to be able to get your pieces really fast because black decks aren't really fast decks. So with black memory boost, you reveal 4 cards and you can add 1 black Digimon from them to your hand. And then of course you got the delay, you know, after you played it, so the next turn then you can activate it and you gain 2 memory. Really good because WarGreymons cost 4, and if they leave you at 2, then you can pop black memory boost, now you're at 4 and you can digivolve, therefore it's still being your turn. So that's why I'm running 3, just so I can get that memory and kind of be able to digivolve really quick. When I have all my pieces, I am running 3 Gaia Force. Choose any number of your opponent's Digimon with the play cost of 15 and delete them. So really good. Here I am using this one because I do have a lot of black and red here. Do have a lot of black, so if I have Kapurimon and you know I have a red tamer, I can play Dark Gaia Force. Or even if I just go ahead and digivolve into Cyclomon in my breeding area, you can play Gaia Force. So Dark Gaia Force is more accessible to play in this set as opposed to my red build that I made. I am running 3 just because you're able to clear board. Not only that, if it's in security, you can delete Digimon with the play cost of 15 or less. I was playing a Ultimate Flare. However, Ultimate Flare sometimes doesn't delete the Digimon that you need it to. It does the Digivolving by 3 and then it deletes all level 3 Digimon on the field. It is a very good card. I did have 1. I may go back to 1. But sometimes you just prefer the Dark Gaia Force because either way you can clear board and make sure if you want to delete a Digimon, you can make sure you delete that specific Digimon. So because of that, I am playing 3 Dark Gaia Forces. Then moving on is Hero. So you're probably wondering, like, how am I always going to get this piercing? What if I don't have Kapurimon or whatever? This is how. So not only is Hero a red tamer for 1, second, he's a memory set tamer, so I'll always be at 3. Third, when I attack with the level 5 or higher, I can suspend it and give my Digimon 2000 DP for the turn. So this is how I'm going to activate my piercing effect with Hero, having 3. Not only that, it's red, so it also helped me play Dark Gaia Force much quicker. So mind you, it works for the level 5, so you could swing over stuff with 10,000 DP or 9,000 DP if you have Hero on the board already. And here's my red tamer. So that is why I'm playing only 1 Agunimon. It's just because I'm running 3 red tamers, and I feel like 2 would be too much, and sometimes I would draw that champion and kind of not be able to Digivolve on top of my black Digimon. So that is the reason why I'm only running 1 Agunimon. Hero is great. They do stack. Obviously, if you have 2, then you add 4,000 DP. Therefore, potentially giving your Metal Greymon the piercing if you have Sunrizamon on the board, or in the bottom giving him security attack +1 from Sunrizamon's Inherit, since he is a black Digimon and red. So really cool there. So a quick combo here, if you have a Hero in play and you have no rookies, you can go ahead and Digivolve into your Agunimon from your Hero, right? And then you can Digivolve into your Metal Greymon, therefore de-Digivolving one and, you know, doing what it does. But that is another way you could get a Metal Greymon out from that Agunimon, which is why I kind of wanted to play 2. But again, as I stated before, if I have too many Agunimons, it will come to a point where I actually need a black champion and I can't Digivolve on top of my black rookies. So there's that. Then I am running 3 Nokias. On play, you play 1 Agumon. Now here I only do have this Agumon that you can play. Keep in mind you cannot hard play Toy Agumon from Nokia's effect. It strictly has to be just Agumon. So you can run the other Agumons if you want. But this one, obviously, you play Nokia and then you play this Agumon and you get up to 2 pieces as long as they're Dragonkin and Greymons. What makes Nokia fantastic is when you Digivolve one of your Digimon to a Digimon card with Greymon, right? I'm not going to read the rest, but if you Digivolve into a Greymon, you could suspend her and reduce the cost by 1. So if you have 1 Nokia, all your WarGreymons will get reduced to 3 costs instead of 4 costs, and of course if you have 2, reduces 2. So if you do want to run 4 Nokias, I would probably drop 1 black memory boost, but again, you kind of sometimes need more memory to kind of build up quicker, and it also allows you to search. So that is why I'm just running the 3 Nokias. And there you have it, guys. This is my black based WarGreymon deck list. It is fun. I love playing it. As I said, it is not tier 1, but it is fun to play, so have at it. And if the black base Blackwargreymon isn't really your style, or you just don't think it's that good enough, then check out my red base Blackwargreymon deck list. That deck is fire. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.